I support hundreds of engineers every year to land a job in the deep tech market here in Japan. And I've been recently thinking about what would I do if I was in their shoes in order to land an interview at one of my dream companies out there. I believe that this job market right now is extremely challenging because of the noise. And I made a video that you can find here where I explain a little bit more the current challenges that job seekers are facing when it comes to the noise in the market. I insist on saying landing an interview because I think one of the mistakes a lot of people are making is they're thinking, oh, I want to land a job, and they forget that the first step is really to land an interview. And having the right mindset when it comes to it will completely change your outreach and how you approach the challenge. So I will share with you the steps that I will be taking to land an interview at one of my dream companies. So step number one will be nailing your pitch. And what I will make sure about is that when I have my 30 to 45-second elevator pitch where I explain my values, what makes me interesting to be considered for an interview, like don't think right away about why should you hire me in your elevator pitch. Make it so that it's like, oh, this person sounds very interesting to speak with. And try to really connect the dots between what you find interesting in your passions and what you've done, like especially what you've done, because action speaks louder than words, with what the company does and what the employees of that company probably find very interesting as well, right? So try to really connect on that human level with people through your pitch, and focus on, again, having it so that people are like, yes, I shall absolutely have a 20 to 30-minute conversation with that person. So step one, nail and craft your pitch. Step two is leverage LinkedIn. And leveraging LinkedIn is insanely underrated, especially in Japan. Like Japan, the LinkedIn presence in Japan is very small still. They're growing rapidly. And so there's a massive opportunity to stand out very quickly out of the crowd. Like it's so damn easy these days on LinkedIn here in Japan to be visible. Like I post probably 2-3 times a day, which is a lot, and I ramble a lot. But it allows me to reach probably between 100 and 150,000 people a week, which is insane. So you can do exactly the same thing. You don't need an audience or anything. Like your post can go be seen by so many people very quickly. And so what I will do will be really leveraging LinkedIn to the fullest of its capacity. I will be connecting with every employee of the company that I want to apply for. I will, send a voice message to those people. I will send videos to those people of me explaining why I really want to have a chat with them. And yeah, I will just grind LinkedIn. I will post on LinkedIn as well, explaining what I've done so far, what I'm interested in, why I want to connect with this company. Like, man, the amount of things that you can do to reach out to a company these days is insane, and most people don't do it. So step two is just leveraging LinkedIn and connecting with as many people as possible in the organization. Um, Step three, pretty much, starting the conversations, right? Setting up 10-15 minute chats. Again, you send your elevator pitch to people through voice messages and through videos, Loom videos and stuff. And now you're finally starting to have meetings with, some engineers in the company, some salespeople, whoever you can reach out to, really, right? And the questions that I will be asking to those people during the meetings, try to keep them short, right? 10-15 minutes max. But I will always have like 2 or 3 questions ready. And first one will probably be like, what are you guys currently facing as a challenge in the company? Like, what is your team working on? What's the challenge? Okay, okay, great. Now you have some inside information. Another thing that I will definitely ask is, given my profile, given my skills, where could I personally add value? And they will start literally giving you the tools to sell yourself to the next level, to the hiring manager, for example, right? So, okay. And the last question that I will ask is, if you were in my shoes with my resume and my motivation for, to work for you guys, what would you do that I'm not already doing? And you asking this, this is the hack. I really believe that this is the hack because people will really respect your hustle, your grit, the fact that you're just openly saying, hey, please tell me what I don't know. So I will definitely ask this question. If you were in my shoes, what would you do that I'm not already doing in order to be part of your company? That's a question I will ask. Step 4, I will start reaching out in a more strategic way to hiring managers. And by that time, you probably already met some engineers, some people in their team, maybe. So I will probably name drop with the person's consent, of course. I will ask, hey, can I use your name when I'm reaching out to your hiring manager? Chances are they will introduce themselves. Uh, they will introduce you themselves to the hiring manager, so you don't even have to do it. But if you have to reach out yourself, start name dropping, say, hey, I've met with John last week. He spoke highly about you and he suggested me to reach out. Can we have a 10-15 minute chat in which I explain to you why I would like to be considered for a job interview at your company? And again, now you like sharing your unique selling point, your understanding of their problems, and your enthusiasm, and not begging simply for a job, right? You're literally like asking for an opportunity to be considered for a job interview. So that's step 4. Step 4.1 is how you're going to handle rejection. And that's where people drop the ball usually. So if I will get rejected, like the hiring manager says, hey, I'm so sorry, but I looked into your resume and I don't have time right now. We have already enough applicants. Okay, great. Can you please give me maybe a small assignment, something that I can proactively work on and showcase to you? Because I genuinely believe you are missing out on an entire aspect of me that I cannot just showcase in the resume. Please tell me whatever, anything you want me to do, and I will do it. You're basically saying, hey, I'm ready to work for free in order to prove you that you're making a mistake by not talking to me for an interview. Most people never do that. People don't want to work for free. And like a few weeks ago, I told someone very desperate for a job to exactly do that, and his answer was extremely stupid. And I want to share it because I think it's one of the dumbest things I've heard. He told me, he's like, "Hey, I know my worth, and I refuse to work for free." And I was like, "Well, that's cute. You're still unemployed." And um, if you don't want to work for free, okay, great. I work for free every day, and that's fine. I calculate my revenue on a yearly base, not on a daily or hourly base. So you want to land a job, start thinking not just purely as an employee. Like working for free, it's not the case. You're investing in your future. Because even if you don't get the job, people will be impressed. So anyway, sorry, I'm kind of drifting away here, but yeah, if you get rejected, ask for, can I work on some assignment? Can you give me some task to work on? Whatever, like, record maybe a video, like a pitch of what they might be missing out on, etc. Like, don't just say, oh, I got rejected. Like, ask for feedback as well. Like, if they say, oh, you don't have enough experience in what am I missing? Oh, we have better candidates. Why are those candidates better? What makes them better? Can you please tell me? Like, you have to keep pushing, because again, like, this is not a natural thing to do, especially for engineers. Maybe salespeople are better at this, but if you do this as an engineer, you will stand out of the crowd and it will just help you. They might even, if they reject you, just say, hey, do you know any other hiring managers out there that might be interested in me? Like, don't just stop at, oh, we're not interested. Okay, so that's step 4.1 when you get rejected, right? Keep pushing and follow up. Ask if step number 5, that's where I will start using the nuclear option, which is using a recruiter. But I will only use recruiters that have successfully placed people at the company I want to join. And I will only allow them to send my resume if they can guarantee me 100% they land me an interview. If they cannot land me an interview, I will ask them to cancel my application, because I don't want them to own my application at that company. because if they own my application at a company, I cannot apply for the next coming 12 to 18 months, which is called candidate ownership. I made a video about it as well. Please check it out to be aware of it. Step 6 is basically following up. If you do that for, 5, 10 companies that you really love, let's call them your dream companies, I'm pretty sure you will land a job. Anyway, I hope this is helpful to some people out there. If you're not capable right now to get job interviews in this very noisy market, stop doubting your skills or your background or who you are. You just don't know how to stand out. You just don't know how to be visible. And this should help you a lot. If you want to know how I will personally prepare for job interviews, I made a video that you can find right here. Check it out. Let me know what you think. As always, appreciate the comments, appreciate the feedback. If there's anything that I'm missing, please let me know. I'm always interested in learning things that I'm missing myself. I'm a tech recruiter. There's a bunch of stuff that I don't know. So if I'm missing something, let me know. If I'm missing some challenges that you're facing, let me know. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Cheers.